In this video, you'll learn how to discover a Hyper-V estate using the Azure Migrate appliance. Before you get started, make sure you've watched the linked video and already have an Azure Migrate project set up. Before deploying the appliance, there are a few prerequisites you need to have in place. First, make sure the appliance meets the networking requirements and can connect to all the necessary endpoints. Next, prepare your Hyper-V hosts for discovery using the script provided in the documentation. To enable guest and workload discovery, which covers installed software, server dependencies, and discovery of SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL databases, and web apps, you'll need Windows Administrator and Linux root credentials. Instead of admin or root credentials, you can also create custom least privileged accounts for Windows, Linux, and SQL by following the Credentials Security Best Practices Guide. From the Azure Migrate project overview page, click on Discover using Appliance and select the virtualization environment as Hyper-V. Provide a name for the appliance and generate the project key. You can set up a new appliance VM with an VHD template or convert an existing server to an appliance VM using the zip file. For this demo, we will download the zip file. Execute the zip file, Azure Migrate installer file as an administrator, and select the appliance type as Hyper-V. Select the cloud type and whether the appliance will be set up with public endpoint or private endpoint connectivity. After the zip file execution is completed, the Appliance Configuration Manager web app is launched automatically. The first check ensures that you can connect to the necessary Azure endpoints if the server is running behind a proxy server. Add the proxy server details. Authentication and non-authentication type of proxy servers are supported. The time sync check ensures that the time in the appliance is in sync with Azure to ensure the discovery is done smoothly. The next step is where you register this appliance with the Azure Migrate project. Here, we need to paste the project key that we had created in Azure Portal. In this step, upgrade and registration operations are executed together. By default, auto upgrade is enabled, and you don't need to worry about the management of the appliance. The next step is where you need to log into Azure. The user account that you use here should have sufficient privileges to register the appliance to the project, i.e., after the prerequisites checks are completed, add the credentials of the Hyper-V host. You can enter a friendly name for the credentials, followed by username and password. Appliance communicates to Hyper-V hosts using HTTPS protocol in port 5986. And if prerequisites are not met on the target servers, the communication falls back to HTTP and port 5985. To enforce HTTPS communication over 5986, enable the checkbox and ensure that certificate prerequisites are met on the target servers. Now we need to provide the Hyper-V host details. You can either add multiple Hyper-V host details or import multiple server details using a CSV template. For this demo, we are the FQDN of a single host and map it with its friendly credential name. The important point to note here is that the credentials are always stored inside the appliance. The credentials are encrypted using Data Protection APIs or DPA API. That's a secure 256 encryption for deeper discovery of software inventory. Agentless dependency analysis and discovery of SQL and net workloads. You need to provide the server credentials. Here, we can add different type of credentials. We can either add domain credentials for a set of servers or add non-domain credentials like Windows, Linux, and SQL credentials by providing this pool of credentials. Appliance would intelligently map these credentials and perform deep discovery. If you're facing any issues with respect to appliance, you can execute run diagnostics to self-diagnose the issues without the need to open a support incident. After adding all the credentials, click on Star Discovery to initiate the discovery process, and it would take about 10 to 15 minutes for the data to reflect in Azure Portal. To prepare for migrating the Hyper-V servers, download the Hyper-V replication provider. Watch the next video in the series to explore the discovered inventory, troubleshooting issues from Action Center, and to create a business case.